No intro today. We're going straight to it. Weekend double. Nick's here. I'm here. We're back. I know we haven't covered many Derby preps, but we're getting down to the stretch run here of Derby season. I'm Gerald. That's Nick. Nick, how are you?
I'm wonderful at the beach watching horse racing. What more can you ask for in life?
Well, it's a good day. Yeah, we have two good races today, one good race tomorrow. We had the Gotham about 45 minutes ago. We're going to replay that in a minute, and then after that, we'll go right to the Fountain of Youth. Both of them are 50-point races: 50, 25, 15, 10, and 5. The Gotham is a 1 mile race on the dirt, an 8 horse field. Scratch the 8, Creole Chrome. Just quickly, the field. The one is Balboa at 5-2, trained by Brittany Russell. Sheldon Russell rides. The two is Hammond at 8-1. That's a Safi Joseph Jr. Entry. The 3 is Crown the Buckeye with Ricardo Santana aboard. The 4 is 4th and 1. Jose Lescano rides. The 5 is Right to Party. That's a Kenny McPeak entry. The 6 is Iron Honor, the favorite at 4-5. Manny Franco rides for Chad Brown. The 7 is Exhibition Only. The 8 is the Scratch Creole Chrome, and the 9 is Dirty Rich. So let's get right to this race. I think I have it loaded here. I do. And then we'll talk a little bit about it.
Goes in. All set. And they're off at Aqueduct in the Grade 3 Gotham. Dirty Rich sprints clear right to the front. Exhibition Only moves immediately to the outside. So those two outer markers now well out in the far outside part of the racetrack, and Iron Honor is going to slip on through. Iron Honor is now in the early mix, and towards the inside, that's Crown the Buckeye. A four-way battle for the front. 4th and 1, a little keen in behind horses there is going to move out to the center, far outside portion of the track as well. Orange cap, that's Hammond. It's going to save all the ground in behind rivals. Towards the back end of the field, Balboa and the Triller. Right to Party. No easy leads in the Gotham. 23.09 for the opening quarter mile. Iron Honor goes at it with Crown the Buckeye, who holds that rail position with a head in front. Iron Honor continues to stalk now. 3 wide is going to be Dirty Rich, is losing some ground, is under the shove. Ground-saving journey, Hammond and Jamie Rodriguez, they're on the move. A 4 wide rally from Exhibition Only through a 46.30 half-mile time. 4th and 1 is on the move. Balboa, nothing yet, just towards the back end of the field. And Right to Party. They're approaching the top of the stretch. A quarter mile left to go, and Crown the Buckeye still there. Iron Honor with every shot to run by the leader, but Crown the Buckeye still continues on and battles on Iron Honor. Iron Honor to the outside, Crown the Buckeye to the inside, noses apart here in the Gotham. It's Iron Honor now with a neck advantage. Crown the Buckeye is resilient. Iron Honor almost there. Iron Honor now 2 for 2 and wins the Gotham. Iron Honor over Crown the Buckeye. Right to Party. And Exhibition Only in 1 minute 37.94 seconds.
Your thoughts, Nick? Oh, hold on. Let me remove this. There. I think you're muted. You're muted.
I don't ever take anything out of the Gotham. I don't trust that Aqueduct road to the Derby very much. What I really think I got out of it was Crown the Buckeye is going to be crushing those Ohio stakes races, those Ohio bred stake races at Thistledown this summer. He's going to be a great Ohio bred. But yeah, I mean, maybe Iron Honor is good. It was a second career race, so I don't think you take too much out of it. I don't think you throw the horse out, but definitely wasn't one that you're like, man, that horse is bound for the Derby. Like, he was good, and I mean, they crushed that field, but I don't think much of that field. So it's kind of a meh and kind of move on for me.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of what I expected out of this Aqueduct race. Just not much class, and Crown the Buckeye just is like you said, Ohio bred. I don't know. I don't know what he beat. I mean, Crown the Buckeye might be pretty good, but
Yeah.
I think this is at the best. I think this is probably one you use. If you really like this one, you maybe use it in the Superfecta and the Derby.
Yeah,
But that's
and
about it.
I think you have. I mean, you still had another race out of this, right? So one more prep before the Derby. So there's still room for him to improve. And like you said, it was his second career race. So there's plenty of like second race, give him his third race, see how he looks, and then you can make a final decision, right? Like you don't have to make your Derby pick today. But definitely it wasn't super impressive, but I bet he gets bet pretty heavily next up too. Because I don't think he's going to face a ton moving forward up at Aqueduct.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that was the Gotham. It was a 50-point race, so Iron Honor is in. We move on to the Fountain of Youth, another 50-point race, 50, 25, 15, 10, and 5. A mile and 16th, a field of 9, 2 scratches. Let me get this up again here so we can see the entries here. I'll just go over the field real quick and then I'll start the video. Like I said, a field of 9. The 1 is Jackson Hole, last time out in a mile of 16th allowance at the fairgrounds. Johnny V rides for Todd Pletcher. The 2 is Rockies Balboa, last time out in a 7 furlong allowance race at Gulfstream Park. Luis Saez rides for Dale Romans. The 3 is Talkin', that's a scratch. The 4 is Commandment. Commandment won last time out in the Mucho Macho Man. That's a 1 mile race at Gulfstream Park. Irad rides for Brad Cox. The 5 is Bravaro, second in the Holy Bowl to a very good nearly. Tyler Gaffalione rides for Saffie Joseph Jr. The 6 is Chief Wallaby, last time out in the maiden special weight at Gulfstream Park. The 7 is Napoleon Solo, first in the Champagne, way back in the first week of October at Aqueduct. Kenneth Carmouche rides for Chad Summers. The 8th is Bull by the Horns, third in allowance race at Tampa Bay. The 9 is Global Aviator, that's a scratch. The 10 is Solitude Dude, first in the 7 furlong swale at Gulfstream Park. Flavian Pratt rides for Saffie Joseph Jr. And the 11, Lost Money, was second last time in the maiden special weight at Gulfstream Park. Second to a really good Canaletto. Javier Castellano rides for Juan Arias. Your thought on this field?
The field is really, really good. Like this is what you expect when you see a Derby prep. I mean, it's a 50-point race, so there's obviously still a race to go here for the final prep. But the 4 Commandment, I think, is a legit Derby horse. The 5 Bravaro, I think, is Bill Mott didn't really want Chief Wallaby in this race, but the allowance race he wanted him in didn't fill, so he kind of got stuck going here because he wants to try 2 turns. So if Chief Wallaby does win this race, I don't know. Like you assume they're going to the Derby because it'd be in, but Bill Mott doesn't necessarily want a Derby horse. It's not what he's after. So that one's interesting that he's even here. Napoleon Solo, like you said, coming out of that Champagne, like that Champagne has been good. So I'm interested to see how Napoleon Solo comes back after that long of a layoff. I'm against because it's such a long layoff. Solitude Dude, I think you said that you like. I think he's more of a sprinter. I think the Alpines are sprinters. And then since I've talked about basically the whole field, I'll tell you the one that I actually like, which is Jackson Hole. He's the one that I think has been the most versatile, and I think he has a big upside. So I think there's a real potential of him being a Derby horse. I don't know, he may or may not win this race. If Pletcher with Johnny V, that's only at 7-1, may not be the spot, but he may be waiting for the Florida Derby to unleash him as the big horse. But he's one that I really have a fondness for, especially at 7-1. I'll be playing him, but it won't be like, oh, he loses. It's not a huge shock, but he seems like a huge overlay to me.
That's interesting because I kind of ignored Jackson Hole, to be honest with you, until you told me he was a Nyquist, and then I kind of started looking a little bit into it. And yeah, I could see how you could like that one. I think the top 4 for me, basically on paper, I think you could make an argument for any 4 of these of why they can't win. For example, we talked about the layoff of Napoleon Solo. That's a long time. I think Napoleon Solo, I think he's good, but I think he's going to need a race.
Yep.
Chief Wallaby, this is only his second race, first time 2 turns. That's a big question mark. Solitude Dude, not sure what he's really run against in the past, and I'm not sure if he can get that distance. I think you mentioned that he might be more of a miler. And then Commandment, I just don't know what to think about Commandment, but I do think those 4. I think you're safe playing those 4 in an exacta if you wanted to hammer it, but I just
Yep.
don't know if it would pay, to be honest with you.
Probably not.
Yeah. So the one Jackson Hole is 7-1. You like that, right?
7-1 is definitely a playable price. I think, like I said, like if he doesn't win, I'm not going to be shocked here. Like I don't think that this was the spot that Fletcher had him cranked and ready to go. I mean, I think we were talking beforehand where he was in an allowance race. His last race, he was in an allowance race on Lecomte Day, and he ran a mile and a 16th in an allowance race and not in the Lecomte. So I don't know that it was a. I think he's working this horse up to get to the Derby. I don't think he was like needing the Derby to be his race. So I'm kind of wondering if this will be the race that they get him training. He's on the rail, so maybe they take him back and try to get dirt in his face and try and make him race. And then the Florida Derby, they come back and maybe that's the spot where he's like the horse that I think he may be. He may also just not be good, right? Like it's possible that he won an allowance race and Windstar was like, put him in the Fountain of Youth because maybe we got a horse here. But I don't know. The breeding tells me he's good. The race, like watching that allowance race, he didn't beat a whole lot. It was a fine race, but like he was 4-5 and he won by 5 lengths. So he's been good. I'm interested in him long term. This race, I'm playing him because he's 7-1. I won't be shocked if he doesn't win.
Well, I'm looking at my 4 that I picked, and I'm going to say Napoleon Solo and Chief Wallaby need a race, just because Chief Wallaby's only had 1 race and Napoleon Solo's been off. That leaves Solitude Dude and Commandment. And because I have that question about some Commandment, I'm going to lean on Solitude Dude. I like the odds. 5-1. He could be the best here. And the one that probably wouldn't shock me if he wins, it's kind of like your Jackson Hole, is Bravaro. I would not be shocked if this one won, but I don't. He lost to a really good Nearly. It's hard to gauge how good Nearly really is. If Nearly's really good, then maybe Bravaro's pretty good too. So I could see Bavaro winning this. I'm not going to put him in my bet. I'm gonna go strictly a win with Solitude Dude, the 10 at 5-1. Here's the field.
Yeah. I think that's I don't know. I think this race is a very good betting race. I think this race is a very good Derby prep. I think we're going to learn a lot about where the Derby stands after today and then after tomorrow. I don't know that the Rebel at Oaklawn is going to be as good as this one, but I think there's, like you said, I think there's 4 or 5 horses that I really would be not shocked if they came out of this race, went to the Florida Derby, and then went and won the Kentucky Derby. Like that would not be shocking, given where some of these what some of these ones look like. So I think we're going to be in for a good race, and I think Commandment may be the real deal. I think you and I disagree on Commandment, so I think we're going to find out today if he's because if he doesn't run a huge race, like he doesn't need to win for me, but he needs to run, like sit off the pace, have the pace be honest but not super fast, and then have him be able to run down good horses, would tell me a lot about Commandment. If he doesn't fire, I'm going to be forgiving of him, but I also I wouldn't have the same opinion of him that I have right now, because I think he's my Derby horse at the moment. Like if I had to say this horse is winning the Derby,
really?
I think Commandment's my pick. But I think with all the preps we have left, that's very, very, very much subject to change.
Well, I could support your Commandment theory. I would support it with one, Irad, who we love. We think he's a winner. Plus, he's won at a mile on this track in the Mucho Macho Man. I think that weighs a lot here. The fact that he's won at Gulfstream Park. Maybe it's a Commandment and Solitude Dude exacta, or wouldn't be surprised if they won exacta Jackson Hole and Bravaro. That would probably pay better. What's that? That's the 1 at 7-1 and the 5 at 7-1.
Yeah. That would be the one that would be most exciting to me on a payout. Would be 1-7 exacta box. I bet that one's paying good.
Yeah. About a minute to post
Yeah.
time of
We're at
Fountain of Youth.
Gulfstream Park. We have at least 3. They aren't
minutes?
even to the
Okay.
gate yet.
Yeah. No, but it's exciting, exciting time. I have to keep telling myself it's still February.
Yep.
Even though it feels like we're coming down the stretch, the 50-point races have started, and that's when you get those, basically an automatic entry into the Derby. I think tomorrow's Rebel is going to really get me hyped as far as the Derby goes. It's
You
going to
think
really
so?
feel like, it's going to make me really feel like, okay, it's time to get serious and start looking at some of these, who are the real players and who are the
Yeah, that I
imitators.
agree with. Yeah, I think you're gonna get. I think after this weekend, and then because next weekend you have the one at Santa Anita, which I always forget the name of, Santa Vicente, I think next weekend,
San
and
Felipe.
you have the San Felipe, and then you have the Tampa Derby as well. And so I think that between those 2 races and this race and the one tomorrow, I think we'll know a lot more than we do right now. I mean, that's
And
sort of
then,
the
what are the 2 races that are on Future 5-Day? UAE
it's
Derby?
on the 14th, so it's just the Virginia
Oh,
Derby.
that's the end of the month. That's right. Just the
Yep.
Virginia.
So it's the middle. It's the 14th is the Virginia Derby, and that's the only prep that day. So that's good because I don't think you're going to get
Yeah.
much out of that Virginia Derby. Maybe you do. That track is like that dirt track there is so weird. It's not weird. It's just speed favoring. So if you have a horse that just gets to the lead there, you kind of don't learn anything. If a horse runs another horse down there, then I think you'll learn something. I just don't think anybody's sending there because I don't think it's a prep people are really focused on, and just because of the timing of it, maybe it's there to the bluegrass as possible, but it's in the middle of the month, which is just kind of weird for a lot of these horses now. It's just kind of a quick turnaround to any of the next preps out.
Yeah, you may not, if you win that, you may not run again. Although, is the Virginia Derby a 50-point race?
Yep.
Okay, then you probably don't run again, and which is quite a ways away from there. That's more than 6 weeks out from the
And
Derby.
that's what they did last year. Was I forget who won that race?
Yeah, I
It
can
was
picture he ran from the back, didn't he?
No, he in the Derby, he was the 5, and he got
Yeah.
out and then just kind of got shuffled back, and he was kind of done.
He took a
Um,
lot of money because of the time he ran in the
yep,
Virginia Derby, and
yep,
like you said, it was speed favoring, and,
yep,
yeah, I can picture him. I didn't use him much,
yeah. I will.
and I think he
Go
finished mid-pack, if I remember right.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Alright, well, they're coming up to the gate now. I'm gonna
The
recap here.
horses are approaching the starting gate.
I'm gonna
Live
stick with
racing again tomorrow here in South Florida. A Sunday program gets underway at 12:50. We hope you'll join us for Sunday racing. We're racing Thursday through Sunday throughout the month of March. Florida Derby just a few weeks away. It's Saturday.
I'm gonna stick
played-
with Solitude Dude as my top pick.
For that.
Your top pick?
I'm gonna go with the 4 is my top pick to win. I'm not betting him at 2-1 because I don't want that price, and I'll let him beat me. I did play a 1-5 exacta box because it was paying $50 for $1, I thought.
Okay.
So I played that.
That's our I wouldn't be surprised exacta, right?
Yep. Yeah. So $53 for $1. So if I hit that, it'll be a good day around these parts. It'll be a good day either way, but it'll be extra good.
Well, it'd be a nice early birthday present.
The horses are at the gate. It's post time for the 80th running of the.
All right, if you're
Q4
betting,
Fountain
good
of
luck.
Youth.
The
They
Fountain
go
of
to the
Youth, a
first finish line at a
50-point
5
race,
for $425,000.
automatic
purse money.
entry
The
basically
race
to the
favorite is
Derby.
currently number 4, Commandment. Favored over number 7, Napoleon Solo, and number 6, Chief Wallaby. Jackson Hole's the first to move in line.
American Promise was the name of that horse, by the way,
Yes.
before I forget.
Yeah.
Rocky's
Yep.
Balboa and Napoleon Solo. Here's Wathnon Racing's Commandment. Bull by the Horns. Then Bravaro. Solitude Dude. And Lost Money. Bravaro going forward. Javier Castellano on Lost Money to take the outside. They're in the gate. And they're off in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. Breaking outward at the start was Lost Money. Quick start for Rocky's Balboa, headed off for the early lead. Napoleon Solo is the gray, a bit wide, looking to get over. Solitude Dude is between horses. Saving ground at the rail is Jackson Hole. Commandment runs with him. Bravaro fighting the rating up over heels. Then Chief Wallaby. Bull by the Horns, the early trailer, separated by 7 lengths, chasing long shot Rocky's Balboa. Rocky's Balboa to the opening quarter, in front by a length. Solitude Dude second. Up on the outside, Napoleon Solo is now third. Tucked in fourth is Jackson Hole. From between horses, Commandment races from fifth. For company on his outside, it's Lost Money. Then it's a length back to Chief Wallaby ahead of Bravaro, and Bull by the Horns is last. The opening quarter was 23 seconds flat. Legit fractions put up by Rocky's Balboa, who goes to the first finish line a length in front. Racing on his flank second, Solitude Dude, and on his outside, Napoleon Solo. Traveling along in fourth is Jackson Hole, a length and a half in front of Lost Money. From between horses and moving up now is Commandment with Chief Wallaby. Then Bravaro dropping to last now is the long shot Lost Money with Bull by the Horns just ahead of him. They went the opening half mile in 46 and 4, and now the pace quickens. Moving to take the lead, Solitude Dude in front now by a head. Up on the outside, Napoleon Solo second. Commandment needs room. Moving up on the outside and challenging is Chief Wallaby. Dropping back is Rocky's Balboa. They reach the first finish line, top of the stretch mark. On the outside, Chief Wallaby lays down the challenge to Solitude Dude. Commandment with a big opening toward the rail. The Red Sea parts for Commandment, and he's charging after Chief Wallaby to the first finish line. Commandment on the inside, Chief Wallaby to the outside. Commandment with the momentum. Chief Wallaby makes him earn it. Commandment, Chief Wallaby. Commandment wins the Fountain of Youth. It's Commandment for the money narrowly over Chief Wallaby second, Solitude Dude third, then Bravaro, and fifth for the high five, Napoleon Solo, 143 and 1.
$143-1, a nice time. I like that race.
Yeah. I mean, he's still running too. Look at him go.
Yeah. I think you got something there.
Now, he got the most dream setup, right? I mean, he's even like Pete Aiello called it, like the Red Sea's opening on the. So it was a dream trip. I don't think the 6 has any excuse. I think the 6 is really good too. Like, I don't think you take anything other than the 4 and 6 are both Derby quality. The one who is just now maybe still running, it's unclear if he even finished. I think he was right there. Didn't move at all, but like, I think that played out kind of the way I expected. I'm shocked that Bavaro wasn't there towards the end. But otherwise, like, I was shocked that Rocky Balboa set the pace. That wasn't on my what I was expecting. But definitely, I think you get a lot out of that race, and I think we learned there are some legit horses coming out of this one.
Yeah, and a legit Derby pace, 23:46. 111, probably closer to 110 for the Derby, but a 136 mile, and 143 and a 143. I think it's 0.33. Yeah. Chief Wallaby, Solitude Dude, third, Bravaro, Napoleon Solo. Those are kind of the 5 that I liked.
Yep.
Bravaro was my wouldn't be surprised, and then the other 4 were my top 4. Commandment was the one I just
Number
didn't know
4,
what to think.
Commandment first. Number 6, Chief Wallaby.
And I think you were right.
Number 10, Solitude Dude.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think you were right to have questions about him at 2-1. I think that's the right idea. Is you don't want that horse at 2-1. You want to try to beat him when you have questions about him. He answered the questions. You move on. You play the next race. But moving forward, I don't think he right now is right. I think he's a way more likely Derby winner than Paladin in my mind. Like, way more likely to win the Derby.
I think you're right.
So I don't know that he's going to be the favorite in that next Derby future pool, but he'll definitely be the favorite come Florida Derby. And if he wins that, then you're looking at the Derby favorite. So I I'm gonna make sure that I have a lot of money on him in that next Derby future, kind of regardless of price, because I'm of the opinion he's gonna be your Derby favorite between Cox and Irad and winning. If he wins, goes on to win the Florida Derby. Like I think that's that's the setup for a Derby favorite.
So Nearly will most likely. I thought they said Nearly was going to go to the Bluegrass.
Ooh, interesting.
I thought I heard that they were gonna wait a week later and do the Bluegrass,
Okay.
but I'm not positive about
Yeah.
that.
The result of the
Um,
But I mean, this race was
They-
good.
You might he might want to do that to avoid commandment.
Second, number 6, Chief Wallaby. Third, number 10, Solitude.
Yep.
Yeah,
Fourth, number 5, Faro. And fifth, number 7, Napoleon.
But
Solo.
but
4, 6.
Go ahead.
I'm always
Go
a little afraid of those needing the 100-point race to get in, right? Because it's like, what if you stumble? What if you get a bad ride or like a bad trip? What if you get all these things that happen in horse racing all the time? And especially with 3-year-olds, like you're just giving yourself that one shot. And it's to me, if you want to make the Derby, you got to run in these races. Like you have to
Well,
do it.
he wouldn't need first. He would just need third because it's 150, 25, and he's got 20.
Right.
So
right,
he
right.
really Nearly would only need 25 points really to get in realistically.
That's true. That is very true.
But you don't want to finish third in the race before the Derby either. So you
Yeah.
want to get in it to win it.
Yeah.
But it'll be. I thought I heard that somewhere that they really liked the run and they were leaning towards the Bluegrass. I could be wrong though. If Nearly does stay in the Florida Derby, it's going to be one hell of a race.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine Solitude Dude and Chief Wallaby might come back in this.
Absolutely, you would imagine.
I think Napoleon Solo will go back up to the Wood. I think that's going to be an easier route for Napoleon Solo if they really.
Yeah, but maybe route. Right. I wonder if there is a piece of that where they want to see if he's actually good enough. And coming back off of that kind of rest, I kind of wonder if it makes sense to like. You're not shocked that he ran like that, right? Like it's kind of what you would expect for him to do. It's kind of what I'm expecting Blackout Time to do tomorrow, where it's like he's fine, but he can't compete with these fresh horses. Like second and third off playoff is where you want him. Like
he's not race fit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think he might be good enough to make the Derby. I think it was just too long a layoff. I think they should have run him in January. And maybe there was a reason why, but I'm curious to see. Well, Brad Cox isn't there, but I'm wondering if they talked to the trainer at all or the assistant.
So I wanted to look real quick because he seems to be set up for a Derby run. Right, he made his debut in October, won at Churchill, which I know you like to see, on November 1st. Then came back in January, so like a 2-month off. Now 2 months off again, right? So he ran January 3rd and he took 2 months off. He'll take a month off and then a month to the Derby. So he'll be fourth off the layoff. So
that's a good route there.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
And like I said, he was 7-5 in that maiden race at Churchill, but he was 5th to start, and then he kind of ran down a field, and the field was whatever. But a 7-furlong race, second race of his career, it was an impressive run. And then coming back in the commandment in the what was it, the Mucho Macho Man that he won, like a mile, 1 turn mile, and he was 2-5. So kind of what you'd expect. And then to do this, like he's been bet every time he's raced, they kind of know who he is. So it is kind of going to be I'm very high on this horse now. Very, very high.
Well, one thing I just noticed was the top 3. Who was 4th?
Ooh, I thought it was 5.
Bravaro?
Yeah, the 5 Bravaro.
All 4 of them had run at Gulfstream Park last time out. So you think about horse for course type things here. but all 4 of them either won or let's see, Solitude won, Napoleon Solo. Well, Commandment won. Bravaro was second. So all of them won except for Bravaro, the top 4. But they all did run at Gulfstream Park last time. All right. Well, a good race. I'll be on for the Rebel if you decide to pop in. I'll send you a link. I want to catch that race. So I'll be here, Nick. If not, we'll catch up offline. But that's it for today. The Gotham and the Fountain of Youth. Tomorrow, the Rebel. And it's Derby season.
Derby season. It's here.
All right. Well, that's it for Weekend Double. We'll catch you tomorrow. Join us here, right here for the Rebel. I forget what time it is. Probably around 2:30 or 3 or something like that, Pacific time. So that's it. We'll see you later.